All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. A beautiful fake. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Here we go. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey. Four down. Detroit! Over! 41's
Back to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Leopard! Leopard! Black 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Cut, cut, cut. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there. Aren't you letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
675. 12, 12. Tempo, tempo, tempo.
Out of the gun, Luck. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun, gun.
On 2nd and 10, Locke uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right, 675.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Right, 623.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Good, good! Good, good!
Got three down. Back.
Back to throw here. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Good! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
He's got daylight. The 40. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now it's Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Tempo. Middle. 11.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
I got him. On me. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53. Check 53.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Colts getting ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Move. Gun. Detroit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
I'm coming after you, 25.
After the interception, it's long. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Odd. 5 down.
674.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That's it, baby. Lay down.
Number 30 on the run. No gain on the
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Gun! Over!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
675. Rip.
On first down, it's Love. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check the running back, 25.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Locke. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That good for 19 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
What are you doing?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they can't bring him down. Still going. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11Z. Wide, 622.
On first down, Luck uncorks one for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Hey, we're going
Mike 40, Mike 40. Tempo, tempo, tempo.
Throwing on third down. Luck trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go, let's go. Hey, switch, switch, switch. Let's go. Detroit, Detroit.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This is Cohen. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
41's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here, I need one over here.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got room to run past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Luck on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
There we go. Oh, yeah!
Rolling. We're rolling.
They try again with Cohen. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gun.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now McManus for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, easy. Gun. One, 6 and 3. Check out. 260. Hey, easy.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Second and 10, Luck again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Let it roll. One, 622.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Color. Regular.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
674.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Get it. Yeah, baby. 1, 6, 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fournette fighting through. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
622. 11.
Here's Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mike 41. You got to wedge that. Wild Bill. Motion.
And they'll run it here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
To your right. Alert, alert.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there, 76 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
675. 675.
Again, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Boom. Bus stop.
Are you kidding me?
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.